name is Bianca Suarez, and I'm a student at Indiana University, Purdue University, Indianapolis. Pleasure to be here. And I am a health services management major with a Spanish minor. And I am also currently in a sorority, and I am in student support services, which is for first-generation college students like myself. And so going into college, I didn't have anybody to guide me through of what I was supposed to go through. So I got that acceptance letter from IUPUI saying expected graduation date May of 2018, which was great, but I just didn't really know how I was going to get there. So I came into college as an exploratory student, which was exploring my options. I think I explored every single major on my campus in my first year seminar. And I also took so many personality tests. I was done with personality tests after that. And I came to the conclusion that I like healthcare, and I also like the administrative side of that. So health services management was perfect. And so however, I was only at 13 credit hours that semester, which was a problem. So after meeting with my advisor, I knew I wanted to jump into my major right that next semester, my second semester, my freshman year. So after we met, she told me that I was gonna have to take 16 credit hours for 3 semesters, which I was okay with because I knew my ultimate goal was May of 2018. And I also had dual credit from high school, so that actually did allow me some leeway, and I got to add that Spanish minor, which I got to study abroad with this past summer, which was an amazing experience. And now I am currently a peer advisor on my campus, and it's really neat to help my fellow students, urge them to take those 15 credit hours, and also help them graduate in their 4 years as well. So here I am as a first-generation college student on my way to graduate in May of 2018, and so excited to see where life takes me.
So I think I'm here to add the faculty voice and maybe a little bit of the college leader voice. First, I'm just so proud to be able to attend this meeting with Bianca. It's been a thrill. This is her first time on the West Coast, so it's just been wonderful. So I currently lead academic affairs at IUPUI, but I think I will always be a faculty member at heart. Really, from the beginning of graduate school, I knew that I wanted to be a professor. I loved pursuing research in my field, which is cognitive developmental psychology, but I also knew that I wanted to teach, and I wanted to really be able to make a difference in students' lives. I really think that there's few things more important right now than helping our students to be able to see the world through new lenses. I think that college obviously provides students with new ideas or exposure to new ideas, but in its best sense, it helps students to cultivate new skills and new habits of mind. And perhaps at no other point in the history of our society has this been a more important objective. We desperately need more adults that hold quality post-secondary credentials and degrees, both for the future of our economy, but also for the strength of our democracy. So it was really through the lens of a faculty member's eyes and ears that I attended my first Complete College America meeting. It was a very snowy early spring day in Denver. And I was very new in my role at the time. I was dean of our university college, and I listened to the story about University of Hawaii's 15 to Finish campaign. And it really just had a profound effect on me. I went back home after really carefully reflecting and listening and thinking about what do we know about our students, and more importantly, what don't we know? Most faculty know very little about how many credit hours our students are taking. We know that there's really complicated financial policies or financial aid policies that govern how students can add or drop classes, but we really oftentimes don't think much about that issue of credit load very much. And we didn't, at least at my institution, have very clear access to data. So I was inspired. I talked with our institutional research office, and I basically asked them, can you replicate these analyses for our students? Can we look and see whether we have the same patterns? And not surprisingly, we did. At that time, back in 2013, spring of 2013, 36% of our full-time students at IUPUI were enrolled in 15 or more credits, which of course the vast majority were not. And when we looked to see whether there were any predictors of student credit-taking behavior. We were running lots of regression models. We really couldn't find anything that was connected to the student characteristics, which really dispelled a lot of the myths that our advisors had. It became clear that it was really advisors' advice, very well-intentioned advice, perhaps the advice of peer advisors, family members, that was keeping students from enrolling typically in 15 credit hours in their first year of college. People were very worried about overburdening them or inundating them, and they wanted them to ease gently into the college experience, which clearly was problematic. So the biggest obstacle to making improvements was the very culture that we had ourselves helped to create through our beliefs, our values, our policies, and so we set about to try to fix that. Since 2013, IUPUI has been working very hard to affect policies, procedures, and especially communication strategies that are aimed at helping students to have a very strong start. We've looked at our data, we've shared them with faculty, with advisors, with students. Bianca mentioned she's a peer advisor, so we're arming our own students who are working and advising with these materials as well. And we're very much pleased to see that this semester, so fall 2016, we're actually up to 60% of our full-time undergraduate students enrolling in 15 or more credit hours, and that includes juniors and seniors as well. Yeah. So we're very, very happy and very, very excited and thrilled to be able to share the work, both with others in our state as well as with those of you. I think that students like Bianca, Bianca's wonderful, she's very, very unique, but her story shouldn't be this unusual. This should be normative, and I think we must hold ourselves, those of us who work in higher education administration especially, to be change agents and to hold ourselves collectively responsible to helping our students to successfully navigate into college and giving them the strong start that they most desperately need to attain their dreams of a college degree. So thank you.